Hello friends, hope all of you are doing fine and are keeping yourself safe from the pandemic. In today's video, I'll be talking about how to find happiness, and I will be giving you another tip. In my previous video about how to find happiness, one of the tips that I had given you is to move ahead in life. I had spoken about how all of us experience good and bad things and have memories lifelong. But there are certain things that we cannot forget, and we just keep on thinking about them, and in a way we live in the past. Whatever has happened, but we are unable to move ahead either from that person or from that situation. We keep on thinking, why did this happen to me? Why did that person do this to me? Why am I being ignored? Such things happen to everyone. It's just not you or me or a single person who faces adversities in life or faces negative things or goes through negative phases of life. It happens with everyone. So it is our responsibility to find happiness. And trust me when I say happiness, or when I say that you need to find happiness, you cannot find it outside, because the happiness has to be inculcated within ourselves, because it is within us. So there are few tips that you can follow. You can try them out and see how life changes slowly. I have tried them and it has worked for me. So my tip number 2 in this series of how to be happy or how to find happiness is to forgive and forget. You can say that this is in continuation to the tip number 1 that I had given you, is to move ahead in life. In continuation to that, just try to forgive that person. If you've had a bad experience with your spouse, with your partner or any other friend, and you have broken up, you are not in good terms with that person, yet you are unable to forget him or forget her and move ahead in life, and you have all those bad memories coming up ever so often, and you cringe and you cry and you are sorrowful about all such things, but you have to move ahead in life. So what will you do? You decided to move ahead in life, right? But all those bad memories are here. So what can you do? Just try to forgive and forget that person. I know it's difficult when you have had bad experiences. It's not easy to move ahead. But I will give you one small trick or one small thing that you can do to forgive and forget that person completely. If you are unable to move ahead and forgive that person, just take a sheet of paper, a blank sheet of paper and a pen, right? And write down that person's name. And what you can write is, I have forgotten and forgiven this person in my life. Whatever name that person has, let's say that person's name is Jack. So you can just write down, I have forgiven and forgotten Jack and moved ahead in life. I hope both of us have a wonderful life individually ahead. Just keep on writing this. If you cannot want to write, if you cannot write this, or you do not want to write such a lengthy sentence, just write down the name of the person and write, I have completely forgiven and forgotten this specific person. And mind you, in one day you wouldn't be able to overcome his memories. It will take time. And you will realize it when you have actually forgiven him. You know what will happen is, when you write down that affirmation or whatever you call, when you keep on writing that on this piece of paper, there will be a time that this realization will come in your heart and in your mind, when you will feel that you have actually forgiven that person. And that is exactly the time, exactly the moment when you will feel at peace with yourself. This is one small trick that you can do to forgive that certain person who has made you sad or with whom you've had a bad experience. So my first tip was to move ahead in life. And this tip, the second one, is to forgive and forget. So the second tip is actually in continuation with the first one. When you see that you are unable to move ahead in life, this person is still somewhere in your mind and you cannot somehow escape those memories, try to forgive him first. Write down that I have forgiven him. And then say that, okay, I have forgiven, now I just want to forget and move ahead in life. Just keep on writing. Take this sheet of paper as I've told you, and it will help you out definitely. And once you see that you are at peace with yourself, those memories are starting to fade away, and you see that while you are writing down those affirmations to forgive and forget that person, you will see that at some point of time there is a smile on your face, because now you are overcoming that grief. You are overcoming the sad memories you've had with that person. You do not deserve this, right? So my tip number 2 for being happy in this series of videos where I'm preparing tips on how to be happy, how to find happiness. My tip number two is forgive and forget. And this is a very valuable tip, because you will realize with time, if you are a young person and you've had bad experiences with your ex, your boyfriend, your girlfriends, and you just cannot overcome all those sad things, and that is affecting your studies, that is also affecting your work, you will see that moving ahead will be difficult until and unless you have forgiven that person. So try out this tip that I have given you. If you cannot forgive, if you're unable to do it mentally, write it down. Just keep on writing it whenever you have time. There is no time, a particular time for you to write it down. Just keep on writing it down as and when you have time, and there will be a time when you will actually start feeling it here. You can feel a sense of happiness that yes, I have let this person go. That person has moved ahead. You also need to move ahead in life. So just try this out. Write down the affirmation that I want to move ahead, I have forgiven and forgotten that person, and I want to be happy in life. So that is tip number 2 from me, and stay tuned to my channel for more such tips on happiness that I will be giving you in my forthcoming videos. Bye and take care.